Steve, you spent most of your life working in law enforcement, especially as an investigator, and you took that as the foundation of your approach to faith and your relationship with the Lord. Can you tell us what was the most compelling evidence that you found in your search?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So I would take you back to 800 AD in Lanciano, Italy, and a priest was holding up the host during Mass, and at that time it became bloody. They preserved that throughout time and venerated it. Fast forward to 1996 in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and the Eucharistic host turned bloody there. It was preserved. It happened again in Tixla, Mexico, around 2004, I believe, and then again in Poland in 2008. The thing they all have in common, all of these hosts that are separated by centuries and continents, is that they were all found to come from the same donor. Furthermore, each of these hosts, that the red substance was found to be myocardial tissue of the human heart and had the same blood type.
How did they discover that it was all myocardial tissue from the same heart?
This is from forensic analysis that occurred. So in my career in law enforcement, I spent most of it in investigations, and forensic analysis was something I was very familiar with. So I looked at all of these Eucharistic miracles in that light. If I was running an investigation and I had this physical evidence, what would this evidence show to me? What could I prove to the court had occurred with these separated things? Now they're isolated because they're, like I said, centuries and time. You can't fake that. You can't move around that. Those are solid constants in this investigation. So looking at that and finding that they're all from the same donor, from the same blood type, and they're all myocardial tissue. And this was from hosts that were preserved before people even knew what myocardial tissue was. It showed that there was no way to fake this. There's no way to manufacture this, and that this is something that can only be explained by embracing your faith. Once I found out that these things are true and that this physical evidence supports Christ's life and his ministry and is backed up like this with physical evidence, what am I doing? How am I living my life that would justify such a sacrifice? So I had to bring my game up as a Catholic to match what I've now learned.